guys are in for a very, very big day. We're going to talk a lot today about how to build your business. You know, we're going to talk about that later this afternoon. You're going to hear a lot of stories today that I think are absolutely going to inspire you. This morning, we're going to hear from some awesome top learning earners. Last boot camp, who was at the Atlanta boot camp? So a lot of people. We took the top 7 money earners from the previous month of the boot camp, and they each got about 7 minutes to share a tip on how to build your business. And you know, those 7 now will actually be taking their speaking to a whole other level, and they'll be on a special leadership panel this afternoon. And we looked at this boot camp. We said we have a lot of other people that we know you want to hear from. You want to hear how they're building a business. Obviously, they're following the system, and we're going through that. So we went down, and we pulled the next top 4 earners from last month under them, and we're going to hear from them today in kind of a different format. We're going to kind of have a round table and talk about marketing, talk about some tips, the how-tos to build your business. But I got a question for you before I bring them up. We're family, right? Making sure. I'm going to ask you a hard question right now, and I want you to be honest with me. How many of you, I mean, if we're being honest, we're family, you could be in a little better shape. Okay, would you all agree that's about 90% of the room? And the other 10% are liars. Right? Well, let me ask you this. If I said, Michael, get down and do a push-up right now, you know how to do it, wouldn't you? Don't do it. You wouldn't know how to do it. Would you all know how to do a push-up? Yeah. Okay. If I said right now, get on the floor and do a sit-up, would you know how to do a sit-up? Yeah. Yes? All right, everybody stand up. If I told you to jog in place, could you do it? Do it. Okay, sit down. So 99% of the room agrees they probably could be in a little better shape. You already know how to do it, you're just not doing it. In our business, you already know. I don't care. How many of you are less than 90 days in the business? You already know how to blitz. You just got to do it. You already know how to use the party pad. Not many people have a hard time flipping a page, right? Flipping a page. It's not hard. You already know how to do it. You just got to do it. The steps to success. You probably saw them last night if you were here. You already know what they are and how to do it. You just have to do it. So what we want to do today is make sure you know the foundation of this company. For over a decade, it just continued to build, and simplify. And it's all about blitzing, wrapping, party pads, steps to success, repeat. Blitzing, wrapping, party pads, steps to success, repeat. Blitzing, wrapping, party pads, steps to success, repeat. Blitzing. Okay, a few of you are getting it. All right. We'll talk more about repetition later, but what I want to do now is get into some of this and let you hear from some people. So I want you guys to get to your feet, give a huge It Works welcome to Ambassador Diamonds, Ashley Sinclair, Christy DeJesus, Essential Diamond, Adrian McCready. All right, how you doing? All right, I'm a lucky guy. I didn't hear this morning, so all right, we're going to get into it. We set the stage. We talked to everybody about they know the foundation. You guys, your top earners in the company from last month, we pulled that. You're doing some things right. So let's go to Ashley first. Now, Ashley, a year or two ago, everybody's like, what is that girl in Lubbock? People didn't know where Lubbock was.
Lubbock.
Lubbock? I thought it was Luckenbach. Okay, that's a different one. So you launched this business. You were a traditional business owner. What did you do to launch that business?
I started working. I don't know what else to tell people except I got on the phone. I saw what I had in my hand very quickly. How are y'all? Sorry. I saw saw what I had very quickly, and I began my training, and I looked over at my husband within a week and said, I'm going to make us $1 million. And I think when you know what you have in your hand, how can you not start talking about it? And so I started talking about it. I text several people, and the girl who took me to ambassador and went presidential was Shauna Guest, and I texted her and I said, I'm going to go make $1 million. Do you want to come with me or not? And I've had that attitude ever since. I'm going. Do you want to come with me or not? And I think when you've got that attitude, people are attracted to that, you know? Am I supposed to talk to you or them? How we feel? I just want to set the stage here. We're going to be here a minute.
You're on the big screen. It's okay.
Okay.
But hold on. All right. So I think we all agree you got a just do it attitude. Adrian, do you have a just do it attitude? You got a, well, I'll hand it down in a second. You have a just do it attitude? You got a just do it attitude, right? You were a traditional business owner. So you were a traditional business owner. You had a lot of time going on. Anybody else traditional business owner? I'm just curious. I didn't know. No? Okay. So what did you do? You're working, 9, 10, 11 hours at your job, so to speak, your business. How do you work that in? What decisions did you have to make to launch your business fast?
Well, I think, when you have a traditional business, you have a network that you start with, So my people that I brought in, Shauna processed my credit cards in my store, and Alyssa was the manager at my store. And I thought about, I sat down because Pam told me to on the training, and I made a list of 100. And I started thinking about who do I want to work with, because it hit me very early on. I get to pick. I get to choose who I want to work with.
So
in the same way in my business, yeah.
A lot of warm markets.
Tons.
How many of you ended up either buying a wrap, getting involved in the business because you knew somebody, either told you about it, invited you to a party, or you saw it on Facebook through a mutual acquaintance? Raise your hand. Okay, so they should probably talk to everybody they know, right?
Exactly. I wanted to ask how many of you came in because you saw a billboard? How many of you came in because you saw a magazine ad? Or because you heard it on the radio? There's maybe one hand in the whole place. Like, that's not how this business works. It is person to person to person. And I think when people can wrap their brain around that and realize that there's nothing special that we're doing except just talking to people. I build connections every day and talk to those people.
I love it. All right, let's go to Ronessa. Ronessa, so you've been in business what? 9 months?
9 months.
9 months. Repeat that.
9 months.
9 months. Ambassador Diamond. You built an awesome logo.
Yes.
You built local, but now it's just keep on going. How'd you launch your business?
A picture on Instagram took my business to a whole nother level.
A what?
It took my business to another level. I was simply trying the service because I just had my daughter and my stomach sucked. And I wanted to fix it secretly without anyone knowing. And my friend here came to me to get her eyebrows waxed. And we were just talking about stomachs and how every woman would love to get rid of them. And she pitched it to me. And I was like, oh, I don't want to try that junk. You're lying.
So she's your sponsor?
Yes. That's why she's up there. Because we don't play. We work hard.
So you took a picture, put it on the internet. You put it on Instagram, but you can easily do it, obviously, on Twitter or Facebook. What kind of response did you get?
I had 160 comments. And I don't know if you remember, but I told her that I didn't want to do it. And then that night, after I realized I had 160 comments, she probably thought I was nuts. I called her like 12:30. I was like, girl, sign me up. Because I was like, I'm not going to give all these people her number.
All right, well, let's get into details now. I agree with that. That makes sense, right? So you got all those comments. What'd you do with those? Let's talk about when somebody gets a prospect, they go, this is interesting. Okay, I want to do this. What'd you do?
I told them that I was currently with a client at the moment, and if they could email me with their name, number, and the best time to reach them, and I'll get back with them like that.
So many people, what do? We end up, I call it puking on people. The second you get a prospect, you want to go, oh my gosh, let me tell you all about it. You want to lift up your shirt, you want to show them everything, and it just gets crazy, right? Be in control. Follow up when you're ready and follow the system. So let's jump down to Adrian, because you guys all have some things together. So let's